For a long time, calling a giant mosasaur the T-Rex of the seas sounded like just another catchy phrase made for documentaries, thumbnails, and clickbait. But now, the story has gotten a lot more interesting. Tylosaurus rex is no longer just a popular nickname. It has officially been recognized as a formal species within one of the most terrifying groups of predators in the Cretaceous oceans. This rex has nothing to do with a land-dwelling dinosaur. Tylosaurus was a fully marine reptile, perfectly adapted to life in the water, and a close relative of mosasaurs, giant predators that turned the shallow Cretaceous seas into extremely dangerous territory. The new species was identified from fossils that had long been classified as the famous Tylosaurus proriger. But when the material was examined more carefully, a different pattern emerged. Some of these giants weren't just larger versions of the same animal. They formed their own distinct younger lineage, primarily from Texas, dating to around 80 million years ago. In other words, some of what we thought we knew about large Tylosaurus had to be reorganized. Tylosaurus rex was already unusual, even among mosasaurs. Its trademark feature was an elongated snout with a toothless tip, as if the front of the skull had been stretched to form a kind of natural battering ram. The exact function of this structure is still debated, but it may have been used for ramming, fighting, or gaining leverage during attacks on large prey. And here's a key detail. In Tylosaurus rex, the teeth featured fine serrations. This is uncommon in mosasaurs and suggests an animal better equipped for slicing flesh and handling large prey. It wasn't just a mouth full of spikes, it was specialized hunting equipment. On top of that, the skull features indicate extremely powerful jaws and neck muscles. In practice, this points to a predator capable of biting, pulling, controlling, and perhaps violently tearing chunks off large prey. To understand where this monster lived, we have to remember that Cretaceous North America didn't look like it does today. A vast inland seaway cut right through the continent, connecting the Arctic region to the Gulf of Mexico. It was a shallow, warm sea, teeming with life and full of danger. Tylosaurus rex lived in this setting as a Campanian predator from Texas. Some specimens attributed to this species reached enormous sizes. One of the most famous measures about 13.2 meters in length, with a skull around 1.7 meters long. Just the head of this animal was nearly the size of an adult human lying down. Its weight matched that scale. Current scientific estimates put this animal between 9 and 13 metric tons. It wasn't just long, it was a heavy, muscular, streamlined marine reptile with enough mass to turn any attack into a devastating impact. And that makes the discovery even better. It wasn't just finding a bigger monster, but reorganizing old fossils and realizing the past was more complex than it seemed. Tylosaurus sat at the very top of the food chain. The fossil record for the genus shows a broad diet that included fish, seabirds, plesiosaurs, and even other mosasaurs. It wasn't a specialist on one type of prey. It was a giant opportunist in a highly competitive environment. And that competition could be brutal. Large mosasaurs shared space with sharks, other marine reptiles, and formidable predators. Enormous adults probably had few natural enemies, but that didn't mean an easy life. There is evidence of attacks, bite marks, scavenging, and even aggression between individuals of the same species. Some of the strongest examples are fossils showing severe injuries to the snout and jaw, suggesting violent confrontations. This gives us a rare window into the behavior of these animals. They weren't just nice skeletons in museums. They were living creatures fighting for territory, food, and possibly mates, and paying the physical price for those battles. In the end, Tylosaurus rex combines the popular appeal of a powerful name with the seriousness of a real scientific discovery. It shows that fossils known for decades can still hold massive surprises. Now the question is, with serrated teeth, powerful jaws, more than 13 meters in length, up to 13 metric tons, and the official name Tylosaurus rex, are we looking at just another giant mosasaur, or the true T-Rex of the seas? Drop your comment below. Does this name fit the animal? Or should no marine creature carry such a heavy comparison to the king of the dinosaurs?